Hello DNNers, welcome back to this mini-series about building DNN locally on your dev machine. My name is Peter, your stay-at-home DNNer, and in this short episode we'll look at the build technology Webpack and how it's used in the DNN platform. So earlier I mentioned in another presentation, we use three build technologies. We use MS Build, we use Webpack, and we use Cake to build DNN. So now we're going to look at what we've done to get the various React projects that are present in our solution to build. And of course, being React, we have to use Webpack to build this. And you'll immediately notice that we're actually using Yarn Workspaces to build this, and we're using Lerna, in fact, to orchestrate the dependencies and the whole build process of this solution. I've already instantiated I've already restored all the packages, the npm packages. They're all there. And as you can see, all of the projects reside under DNN Admin Experience client side. That's because for now, all of our React projects are React projects that are in the admin experience, i.e. in the panel that slides out from the left where you can manage DNN. Add and remove pages, add and remove users, etc. These are all React modules served in an iframe, and they are the source for those React projects you can find here. So let's have a look. If we take, for instance, the users module, we can see that it has its own package.json and that it itself relies on this project. Now, the DNN React Common project is actually here. So what Lerna does and what the Workspaces approach has allowed us to do is to create interdependencies between these projects. So the DNN React Common library will build first, and then subsequently all the other ones that depend on this. The DNN React Common library, if you open that up, is a bunch of controls that we use in the UI. And if you find that there's something wrong with one of those controls, that is the place to look for them in the React Common library. Now, the React Common library is actually used by the bundle.web project, where it is put into, let's have a look. It is actually compiled along and done to, where are we here? Main.jsx. There we go. Found it. What happens here is that this bundle file, which is served whenever you open the admin experience panel, the panel from the side, it will load various common libraries into window.dnn.node modules. So if you, for instance, all these projects do not need to include their own React script and their own Redux script, because they're actually already present in the global scope in window.dnn.node modules.react and .redux. This allows us, that was an architectural choice made back in the day, and allows us to keep the various scripts small and then just serve out one big script that includes all of these bits and pieces. Each of the React projects has their own Webpack config file. And in the config file, when we walk through that, we can see that there is actually a requirement, they will load in settings from a file in the root of the installation called settings.local.json. In another presentation, we'll be looking closer at this file. But what it allows us to do is to specify a website path where we will be copying that script to when it's being built. So in case we're working in debug mode, we can actually serve that script or copy that script out straight to our dev website. Right, that is how DNN uses Webpack to compile the various React projects that are necessary for the admin experience. In the next presentation, we'll be looking at another build technology that we're using, Cake. But for now, thanks for watching.